back to Kim and Robs Homestead. So today I'm planting out my potatoes. These are the ones that I had from last year. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the soil, and also I'll be planting out a lot of the seeds, the bush beans that I had soaking. So I'll have those in this area as well. So excited for planting out spring crops. That way we can start harvesting and enjoying, the fruits of our labor. So come along with me. I am gonna put some fertilizer in the bed, mix it in. Now I mixed this side of the bed. It has sand in there because I realize when I plant my sweet potatoes that they prefer a different type of soil. So there's some sand mixed in here, compost. So I'm just loosening it up a little bit more. Then I'm gonna plant these out. I do still have some more inside. I just don't want it to be put too many in the garden at once. So I'm just gonna go through, put these in, and if there's room, I'll put some more. If not, I'll just put the rest in a grow bag. So as I said, this is a new bed. Before we had grow bags here that I grew them in. So now I'm just gonna put them in the bed and see if we get a larger harvest. So these roots, so what you do is the potato sprung these little tiny leaves inside, and I took them and I put them in water. And as you can see, once you put them in the water, they develop some really, really nice root system. And then we can just plant them in the bed. So see, I have quite a few of them and there's still more inside. So just gonna plant these ones out, and one here, probably one there. Try to space them out. Be mindful that they do run. So, and the leaves are edible, so you can harvest the leaves and eat them. So all I'm gonna do is just dig the hole. I'll just get it down in there. Just put the roots in. And these run, so sometimes they will self-sow. Once they lay on the soil, they will self-sow. I had that happen last year where I had a bag right next to the bag I planted them in, and they just self-sow. So, flower that got picked up. So, put that back in the soil. And I plant them pretty deep. So we went ahead and put all of those in here, and I kind of spaced them a little bit because I know they're going to start spreading out. And this side of the bed, we do have some onions here, and I'm going to move on to the next section and do bush beans in this section, and go down the line. I will be planting out as well some corn. I don't know why I couldn't think of corn. And with the corn, I'll be planting some pole beans so they can trellis up the corn. So this part is done, and let me just start doing the beans. The beans, I'll be doing the square foot method just because you can get about 9 per square foot. So that's how I'm going to be planting the bush beans going down the line. So what I do, I'm gonna go ahead and push this in the soil. So I'll be using the yellow section. So I'll do 9 for each section. And the beans I'll be planting this variety. The pole beans I will put when I plant the corn. But I put them to soak. I try to soak all of them so I can have them ready to go out. I'll be planting edamame here. I will be planting these Kentucky Wonder and the Cherokee Wax, and also a Royal Burgundy. So these all will be in this section here. And then as I go down, I'll be adding different things. I might put a tomato in this bed. I'm not 100% sure yet, but let me just take you along to plant these. So what I do is, I don't know what I do with the stick for this. So I'm just gonna make a hole. This comes with a little tool to make the holes, and somehow, I don't know where it is, so it's 9 holes, and I have marked it, so I can go ahead and put my finger here, 9, and then I'll just drop them here. This is what they look like. So these are the only ones that I didn't soak. And normally don't have to for these. I just plant them and they sprout up. As long as you keep the soil moist. I will be going through remulching this entire bed, because as it settled, I had to add more soil. So that's done. So we'll put that one to the side. And I do label. So as I watch the video back, I'll be able to label. Same thing for here. I'm gonna put the other one here because I do have a sunflower here. So I'm just gonna skip over a little bit. Put the other one here. Where's that little stick I had? There is a chart that tells you for this, there's a chart that tells you how many of whatever vegetable you're planting and can go in a square foot. So it's very handy. I do have the graph. I have the sheet inside. So I already looked at it and know how many I can plant per square foot. This is the edamame. Let me take this up out of the bed so I can make room. Actually, here. These. I'm just gonna put this here. And I did have some spinach seed that I soaked, so I am gonna drop them at random areas in the bed. I always try to interplant different veggies around the bed as well. And this is just what I do for my garden that works for me, to try to maximize on the space that I have. And if I do need to move them, I have no problem just moving something to make room for something else. So let's see. So I'm going to continue. I'm not going to drag this along and take you along for every one of the seeds, but that's pretty much what I do for the beans, to be able to maximize on the space, planting them in the square foot method. As they spring up, I will plant another set of beans, probably in that bed after I go ahead and harvest the lettuce as it gets warmer, so that way we can constantly have beans and freeze them and preserve them for the family. But I just want to say thank you for coming along with me on this journey, and I hope to see you again in the next one.